This is crepe brulee, or sometimes called cream crepe, a popular Korean street food. And look at this massive crepe I got from a popular shop in Korea that even has its own K-drama. I mean, look at the size of it. It's like the size of my head. So we are going to make a smaller version of this because I do want to waste a lot of batter. And also, it's really hard to eat when it's this big. First things first, let's go ahead and mix up our batter. We're gonna be using half of this recipe. Half of this recipe will make about 3 crepes. And to make the batter nice and smooth, I like to use a blender. Also, fun fact, did you know that the Korean word for crepe actually means French toast? So when you're ordering this at a restaurant, if you say something like, "I'll have some crepes," they will not understand what you're saying. You have to specifically say, like, "I'll have the crepe Julie," or "I'll have the creme crepe." Anyway, once your batter is all mixed up and looking like this, you want to let it rest for about 30 minutes. While we wait for the batter to rest, let's get to cooking the fillings. First, we're going to start off with the sweet ones. To make the sweet fillings, you're basically just going to follow the recipe. Like I said, we're making half of this recipe. And we're going to be making 2 different fillings, the chocolate and the custard. So I'm just going to show you guys how to make the custard filling, and then you can just kind of follow along with the chocolate one. So for the custard filling, we're going to be using egg yolks. We're not going to use the whites. So go ahead and separate your egg yolks from the whites and put them into a bowl like this. Then add in your sugar and vanilla extract. Now we just want to mix this together until the sugar dissolves. Once the sugar has mostly dissolved, we're going to start heating up our milk and cream. Just put it on low heat. And we just want it to be nice and warm. After that, we're going to pour about half of that warm milk and cream into the eggs and sugar mixture and just kind of mix it in slowly. This is called tempering the eggs, and it prevents them from curdling. Once about half of the milk and cream has been added, we're just going to continue mixing until it becomes pale and thick. At this point, we just want to pour in the remaining milk and cream and continue mixing. Then we're going to move this over to the stove and cook it on low heat while continuously mixing. We just want it to thicken a bit more. So once it's thickening, we're going to take it off the heat and then add in our cornstarch slurry. The cornstarch slurry is just cornstarch mixed with a little bit of water, and it helps thicken our custard even more. So after adding that in, just continue mixing until it's thickening. And once it's thickening, we're going to strain the custard just to make sure there are no lumps. And then we're going to pour it into a bowl and then cover it with plastic wrap. I always do this because otherwise the skin will form on top and you don't want that. And then you can put it in the refrigerator and let it cool down completely before using. Now we just repeat the process for the chocolate filling. For the chocolate filling, we just going to add in the chocolate and just continue mixing until the chocolate has completely melted. After that, you can just pour it into a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, put it in the fridge, and let it cool down before using. Now we're going to move on to the savory, or the non-sweet fillings. And today I'm making 2 different ones. One is the potato and cheese, and the other one is the kimchi and cheese. For the potato one, we're going to start boiling the potatoes. After boiling them, you're going to want to peel them and then shred them. After that, we're going to fry them. So just pour some oil into the pan, add in the shredded potatoes, and fry them on medium heat. And every once in a while, you just want to mix them around. You want them to be a light golden brown color. After that, we're going to add in the salt, pepper, garlic, and green onion. Mix them around and then set them aside. Now, for the kimchi one, we're just going to dice up the kimchi and then them in a pan. After that, we're going to just season them with some salt and green onion and set them aside. Now these savory fillings can be eaten just like this. They don't need to be cooled before eating. Finally, now that everything is cooked, we can start assembling our crepes. And I have a ton of videos on how to make crepes, so I'm not gonna go through the entire process. But you can check out my other videos for that. But basically, you gonna pour a ladle full of the batter onto the hot griddle and then spread it out. And once the bottom side is fully cooked, you're gonna flip it over and cook the other side. And once both sides are cooked, you're gonna wanna roll it up and then add the fillings. If you're doing the sweet ones, you're gonna roll it up and then sprinkle on some powdered sugar. And if you're doing the savory one, you can either roll it up or fold it in half. And here is the finished result. Look at how cute this is! And this tastes absolutely amazing. The flavors are so good. It's so fluffy, yet the inside is soft and chewy. I love it.